Hello. Uh, Good morning to everybody. Today I'm going to learn about how to install a spyder ID just because of it is very essential things to learn data science. So those are really helpful and those are simple enough so I can learn one by one. And Spider has been providing that facility, even though Jupyter Notebook is also providing that facility, but uh, there is a hurdles about the extension. I IPYNB, that kind of extension is there. So that time you feel hurdles when you going to deploy that code. So there is some changes need to be done. But in Spider you have to code in Python and execute line by line as Jupyter Notebook usually do. But it would be saved in .py extension, and this file you can directly deploy in your production phase uh, for your end user. So let's see how could I do um, PySpark installation. So it is a very simple and very important ID for data scientist developer. It will asking authentication, so you have to provide authentication. Then it will install for you all the packages which is dependent on uh, Spider, which is dependent for the ID. App channel will provide all the things. So let's explore the R application, and let's see Spider notebook has been installed or not. Yeah, Spider ID has been installed yet, and we will see explore all the things how it is easy and helpful for us. So one by one we have to look at. Most of people are using PyCharm. PyCharm is definitely very good for the production, but as people uh, going for development, they usually try to that and those kind of uh, ID, which is simple enough and it is easy to use. So this is our base console. So where you have to uh, do all such kind of things, operations like running this code line by line, that is by the F9, by your own entire uh, PC environment. But if you want to be uh, make it your own virtual environment, there you have to work. Why virtual environment is required? If you want to be build a project in your computer, uh, and that project need to be different framework versions. So if you are installing each and every time, it is a very tedious time, and it might be uh, give you some inferior situation when you're trying to show up to someone, and that time you're trying to run that project. It is very difficult just because you have changed a lot in your dependency. But if you do a separately dependent if you make a different environment for all dependent dependencies for that project, it is very good and very good practice. So let's see how to create our own environment. So first of all, we have installed uh, Conda packages. There I can easily create our environment like Conda create in. we have to give the uh, environment name, and then we can also specify what the Python version we want. Then it will create the environment for us. So why Python kernel don't appear in environment? So pip install Honda create name. So it is not callable. So we have to uh, make this Honda environment from the terminal. So let's name it name, and then we have to specify the Python version as well. If you don't specify anything, it will automatically take latest version of Python. But latest version of Python is not stable most of time. So we have to specify those are stable, and most of dependencies are capable to read that and that Python version. So what is going on? Honda is crying. Today I am facing some problem. Yeah, I got that option, and within few minutes we will get our own environment with the name of name, and then after we will activate that Python that environment in our ID that is a spider, and then we'll go ahead one by one, and I will see all the things how to install our dependent frameworks by easily, that is Honda, why we are activating here. So we have to go directly by this, um, and we have to, it is not showing, so we'll go one by one directory and traverse all the things. Anaconda name, sorry, Anaconda environment, we have to go environment, we got name environment, then we have to go in win, then we look at Python and apply, and within few minutes we will get different console. Oh, I got error. So we have to install kernel version. So how could I do? So earlier we have tried to install that kernel version, but we got some problem. So we have uh, written some commands, so it will work for us. Conda activate. First of all, activate our environment. And our environment has been activated, and then we have to paste that command. Conda install a spider dash kernel equal to 1 greater anything is possible greater than that you could install. So what we are facing, it will work for us or not. Let's see. Otherwise second command we have also. to install from the uh, force channel, and most of updated and outdated packages always there on a fourth channel. So first of all, for the easy understanding, for the easy, we usually try conda. So let's see, we have installed our kernel and it is again not working. So let's refresh it. Might be it is facing some problem. It hasn't installed. So let's try to the different command. Let's see it will work for us or not. Main problem is the fourth channel. It is a very slow. So that's why in the first time we wouldn't try. If it is available on the Conda channel, so we have to install that firstly. If if it is not working, then we have to go to the fourth channel. Now it is installing for us and it has been installed all the things. So let's try this console is working or not. Now this console is ready for us with the environment, with the different environment, that is name, I mean a customized environment. There I can install ample number of uh, packages like pip install. So we have to list down how much uh, how much dependency already has been installed. So let's see here. Here you can see there is no any dependency with the name of the numpy. So we have to install it by the simple command, just pip install numpy, and it will install for dependency. And you could also do the installing the dependencies by the Bonda. So let's see how it will work for Bonda. So we have to install a different dependency with the Bonda. So Bonda install. Let's try to pandas. We have to install it. Honda channel is very slow. You could see the pip channel how it is fast. Pip channel is directly uh, handled by many big companies, and it is open source. Coda is also open source, but mm, it is not ha- backed by many big companies. So there is issue might be. We will show you both dependencies is installed or not in our environment. So we have to clear it, which one is not important yet, and still I have written here is because it is not working us. Which one will work for us? Those command important for us. So now what is installing for a long time, and now it's several time preparing other things, and then it's ready to done. So we have to list down all the installed packages. Just write pip list. So pandas we have installed right now, and numpy also installed by the pip channel. So let's look here the file. So you can open any file directly from by this method, and okay, new file, just control N and you can write here. So let's a equal to 2 plus 3 and print. So if you are trying just a5, then it will sorry, first of all we have to save it. So where we have to save it, so just make a it's not, so make a directory, there we YouTube tutorial, we have to make it. When I open it, they'll go directly here, so don't disturb other files. So let's test one, so name it. Here you can see, here is the, it will execute it for us. But if you want to be execute line by line, just type it F9 and it executed first line, then you have to again click F9 and it will execute for us. So you can also open up any particular uh, file directly, a folder directly. So we want to open up download folder. So let's see, it is opening for us. Okay, let's see what was the option. So it's just opening file. So how can I open? So somewhere I have let's open up sh file. So it will open up for sh file. Then we have to open up any uh, directly open your project. So you have to call it like desktop. We have a project. Desktop is not a spider project. Okay, you have saved it any uh, spider project, then you will directly open it. Here is not getting any options to open it your directly folder. So might be there is issue. So you have to see the all uh, options like paste, select all, that's intended, indent, unindent, that kind of. In the Python, there is not anything like curly braces kind of things, or um, parenthesis. You just directly intend that your code and it will work for you. And you could see the different search options, and you could also mm, see the different editing features, like go to the last edit location and previous cursor position. You could go by this method. And here we have seen here, if you want to be run entire project, you just run or F5. And if you want to be run one by one line, just control cell. Then you could run one by one line another way, that is F6. Sorry, F9. F9 current line, whether you are trying to execute that, you just write it F9. And if you want to run that last line, just type F6. F6. So we have to type it F6. Let's see, it will work for us. Okay. Then here is also mm, many mode of debugging. So like if you want to debug whole entire project, then you have just write type control F5. Then you have to want to go step by one line, so F10. And if you want to go to different next line, just control F11 and return to the last last line, so you just control shift F11. And if you want to pass that line, mean continue, just type control F12. And if you want to stop at a particular line, then just you have to control shift F12. So that's way. And you could also set your breakpoint and run by the F12. Clear dot breakpoint, list breakpoint. So how, if you save your project uh, like here, there is not, so I'm not much familiar like. And if you want to reset your own environment, you have to go to preferences like here and choose this option. First of all, in initial time, you could see the default spyder base environment. Then you have to go at a particular environment, and then you have to install it at spider kernel. So that's how you go.